first and foremost, I want you to play the role of Craig Berube. So, Washington's coming off a couple of really disappointing losses, just steamrolled in back-to-back games. What's your messaging to this Leafs team prior to this game tonight?
Well, the first thing is I worry about myself. I'm not worried about Washington. Uh, we have to play better. We have to play 60 minutes. We can't expect, once we start playing the better teams, to play to win, in the last 20 minutes or the last 15 minutes. And they've done it twice now against Pittsburgh and against Chicago. Washington doesn't allow that. They're one of the best defensive teams in the league. But, the last thing I would say is, hey, Washington hasn't won in 3 games and they got shit kicked last game. We better watch out for them. I would still put the emphasis on my team and know that if my team plays the way that they're capable of playing, 90% of the time we're going to win the game.
Mm-hmm. And, last game against Chicago, obviously they pulled it off in kind of a miraculous comeback and stunned them a little bit. But bigger picture, the play that they were displaying in the first 2.5 periods was really gross. And we saw Craig Berube's, demeanor about as frustrated as we've seen all year, which there's been some low points. Do you think that, the frustration from Berube to, that's an expectation where you're going to come out hot? You had an ugly third period against Edmonton on Saturday. The leadership was kind of called out to a degree in the media by Craig Berube. You'd expect them to start with their heads screwed on straight to really try to take control of the game. Wasn't even close. What do you take from that, from a team that's in the position that they are and they have an opportunity against Chicago with no Bedard and they're just flat as could be, and then again in the second period? Do you understand Craig Berube's frustration?
Well, I do. As a coach, we've all been there, frustrated over the play of the team. I just look at it and I'm going, okay, when I'm looking at the players, they don't look like they're playing with any energy, like they're out there. And it was almost like in between the second and third, they said, boys, we got to be better than this. We can't afford in this city to lose to this team. And they took it upon themselves to go out and get it. And the reason I say that, and I'm a big Craig fan, is I think people know, but you can only call out your best players so often. I think that was about the 4th time this year. And after a while, to me, it's like telling a 6-year-old, you better clean your room or you're going to be in trouble. And then after a while, he doesn't clean his room and nothing happens. And you sit there and you go, well, why should I clean it? He's just yelling at me now. It's going in one ear, not the other. But that's almost the look. Like I keep waiting, like for examples for like Auston to look like he's engaged in everything. And the only time you see him smile is when he scores. And so that starts, as a Leaf fan, perplexes me a little bit.
Oh, 1,000%. And just sticking on the Berube topic, let's get spicy with it. Do you get the sense that the players have just quit on the coach? Do you have any examples in your career where you feel like that's maybe happened to you specifically?
Well, you know what? I don't want to. I would never say that, but I can guarantee you the players have never quit on me as a coach. The management has quit on me.
But yes, we know that.
But the players haven't quit on me. That's the one thing I could tell all the players after I've been let go, and was so proud of them for playing as hard as they did. And that's I think I take that as a real accomplishment. But and I don't think they've quit on Craig at all. I don't know what it is. It's like they're taking sleeping pills before the games instead of sniffers on the bench. They're taking something that Ambien, and that's how they look sometimes. There's just no energy, and guys that are better than they are not playing like it. I really think, if it wasn't for Hildeby and Wall and Hildeby and Wall, for the most part since they've been back, their goalies have been stealing them games. And when they get behind, for the most part, it's like, oh, geez, here we go again. And they don't have that fight to get better. It's pretty frustrating as a fan.
I couldn't agree more, and that's such a good analogy. Like, it looks like they're taking sleeping pills. You expect them to be fired up and chomping at the bit, and they're the complete opposite at some of the most inopportune times too. What do you attribute that to? Is that leadership, or is that just character, or this generation of younger play? Like, what? How do you, in a market like Toronto with all the pressure and spotlight and desire to win, how could that be the case where they look like they're taking sleeping pills during some of the most important games?
Well, I have no idea, because I know when I played parts of 8 years there, that I thought it was the greatest place in the world. I couldn't wait to play. I might not have been very good a lot of times, but it wasn't because I didn't want to play in front of that crowd. I have no idea what goes on above, below, anywhere around them. I just know when I see Matthew Nyes making an unbelievable play a couple of weeks ago, knocking people over and scoring that goal in the backhand on the breakaway. I'm going, okay, I think it was against Montreal. No, against Carolina. I'm going, man, this guy is great. And then I look, what? He's only got 7 goals? How can that possibly be happening? This guy is too good. They got some. Obviously Auston is having a little bit of a down year scoring wise, even though I think what's he got now, 14. But you just want, as a fan, I just want some enthusiasm, and I don't see it. And that's the thing that bothers me. And I hate to say it, Rosie, they need a guy like yourself. They need somebody that would go out there and just, okay, when things aren't going good, I'm going to rock 6 bodies and let's get everybody into it, and maybe I can pull them into the fight. But they don't seem to have too many guys being pulled into the fight at the same time.
For me, guys, it starts with the captain. And Bruce, we've talked about him a lot throughout this season. If this is in fact the new norm for Auston Matthews, are the Maple Leafs screwed in your opinion?
Oh, if it's the new norm, look at it. I wouldn't. It's a tough question, because I think his future is still great. Like, Ovi had a goal season of 32 goals and I think 35 another year, and he's still scoring 900 and whatever goals it is. So it's sometimes it's you have a down year and then you get up and you get back to where your normal is. The only reason I don't think that it's normal, because Ovi would either show frustration when his sticks would break when he wasn't scoring, or he'd go out and run guys. I just see the same demeanor on Austin's face every day, and you just wonder what's going through his mind. And I don't know. We start thinking about every little thing. Like, I'm going, since he's got the captaincy, is the captaincy too hard on him? Is there too much responsibility being the captain? And then John, since he's lost the captaincy, especially the first 25 games, looked like a world beater, like he was 25 years old again. So I don't know if the pressure in the city is that great that it affects you so much. But if I was Austin, I would love to be able to think he'd look around the room and say, boys, you just follow me tonight. We're gonna take this game to another level and then see how it reacts. And I don't know if that happens.
Yeah, that's hard to disagree with. I'll tell you that. You move on to the power play, though, we were talking about before you got on. You've been a part of some teams with some really deadly power plays, and you know what it looks like. This team with the talent and the ability, by all accounts, should be one of the better ones in the league, and they're creeping along dead last. Like, what do you attribute that to? And are you surprised they haven't made more changes to it?
Yeah, I think they try to make sometimes too many changes. And like when we had the number 1 power play in Anaheim, for example, we had one simple saying if things weren't going right, and that's let's get back to what we do best, and that's shoot the puck. And when I look at the Leafs, and I think it was 3 or 4 years ago, they were in a top 5 power play, and I know Mitch Marner's not there, but he wasn't playing the point on the power play at that point in time either. O'Reilly was. And you know what? I was amazed all the time, because they would score with a goalie pulled, and they would score in the power play. because they shot the puck and then they surrounded the net and outnumbered the opposition, and all of them with their skill would get the loose puck, whether it would be O'Reilly coming from the back door, whether it was Tavares in the middle, whether it was Nylander at the side, it didn't matter. Or if it popped out and Auston was there, his shot was deadly accurate. I just think in today's, a lot of the power plays, we try to invent the wheel, and you want movement. Yes, that's wonderful. But I mean, at the same time, we want to pass it around for the perfect shot. And I think on the power play, what you want is chaos in the opposition zone. So, I mean, shoot the puck, let them, the defensive team react to it. And then you're so skilled, you should be able to make the play and then attack the net. But I don't think we attack the net as Leafs enough. I think we play on the perimeter too much. And when that's happening, it's a one and done. And that's frustrating when you have to go back 3 or 4 times every power play to get the puck.
I know they've tried everything, but I think there's been a lot of Leafs fans who would love to see Oliver Ekman-Larsson get an extended look on PP1. If you were coaching this power play, is that where you would start, with OEL having, you know, a renaissance season, if you will, leading this power play?
Well, you know what, I had him for when Quinn Hughes was out. He was always he was the guy that would take PP1 in Vancouver, and his shot's not as hard as it was 10 years ago, but he gets it through, and he's willing to shoot the puck. And when you're willing to shoot the puck, I mean, and you just get it by that first guy, then anything can happen. I would give him a chance at it. I mean, for short periods of times, he's done really good there. But I mean, obviously, when Quinn came back, I mean, you're not going to put OEL in front of Quinn on the power play. It just it would have been one of those things that's just the optics are so bad I couldn't even think about it. But he was the number one power play guy in Arizona for many years, and people thought that this guy was a budding superstar. I would give him a chance, or I'd say, OEL, it's your job until you don't have your job anymore. So I'm not going to pull you. If you make one bad pass, give them the confidence that this is it, boys. This is the group we're going with, number 1. This is the group we're going with, number 2. You got to get the job done. But I think it all starts with shooting the puck and getting in the zones. You can set it up, but let's not go around the perimeter for 30 seconds, try one great play, get it knocked down, and then have to go back and collect the puck. We start with a shot, and then chaos occurs, and that's when your skilled players make good plays.
Fair enough. Last one for me, Gabby. Just curious, they got this 3-game road trip here. Washington, Nashville, Dallas. How would you deploy your crease here with Hildeby and Woll?
Well, Woll was great last game. I would play him again. I mean, I don't know the injury statuses or if he was stiff after the game or any of that stuff. But I mean, there hasn't been too many games this year where he hasn't been the best Leaf on the ice. And I think, and then I'd go, Hildeby game 2, and then Woll back game 3. Let's understand that Hildeby, other than the Edmonton game, and there wasn't a lot of really good Leafs in that game, he was incredibly good for the 3 previous games. And I mean, making save after save, and that big body, he was finally feeling acclimated to the crease and not worried about, I'm the third goalie. He knew he was there, and I thought he was great. So, I mean, I think the least of the Leafs' problems is in net right now.
Yeah, definitely. And just seeing from the morning skate, it looks like Dennis Hildeby is the projected starter here in this game for the Maple Leafs, which I don't know how to feel about. I know a couple of weeks back, that's when Joseph Woll left the game, I believe, against the Capitals, or around that time. Might have been in the Carolina game. But I think there's, thinking about the crease moving forward, they've got to tread carefully. Last one for me. Do you still believe, Bruce? I know it's been a very turbulent, inconsistent season thus far, but how do you view this roster moving forward into January?
Well, I do think they'd like to improve it, especially their third and fourth lines. I think that that has to be done. And get one more forward in there to balance it out. I think Brad's probably looking every day to find the right fit there. I think they could also use a defenseman, but I look at it and I'm going, what are they? 4 points out of a playoff spot with 48 games or 49 games left in the season. I mean, it's like I'm not I still believe in them, and I still believe that when push comes to shove, especially in the last 20 games, that they will play every game like it's their last. But I just see too many inconsistencies now, and they can't rely on the fact that they're just the Maple Leafs to hope to come back against any team any day of the night. I mean, they have to come prepared to play for 60 minutes, and that's the one thing you haven't seen from them this year for a lot of times.
What do you expect in this game here, Caps Leafs?
Well, I do expect. I mean, I was just doing the Caps game the other night in Washington. I do expect the Caps to be a lot better. They just went on a 2-game road trip where they allowed 10 goals, which is so uncharacteristic of them. They, like the Leafs, didn't show much energy in Minnesota at all. And I know Spencer really well. They will come out, and when the Caps are good, they get the first goal. So if I'm the Leafs, I'm sitting there and I'm going, we got to make sure we come out of the gate, because this is not Chicago. If we get behind 2-0, 2-0 in the third period, we're not winning this game. I mean, the Caps record after 2 is, if they're winning, is 15-0. So, I mean, they're not giving it up, and you're going to see Logan Thompson tonight, who I believe will end up starting for Team Canada. I think he's as good a goalie as I've seen this year. So, I mean, they better be ready to start at 7 o'clock.
Make sure to check out more of our content right here on the Leafs Nation YouTube page. We got long-form interviews, we got clips, we got epic rants by Jay Rosehill. We simply have it all. And don't forget, you can find out much more at theleafsnation.com. Thanks so much for watching.